Right now, I'm going to show you how a simple redesign can help a local business absolutely dominate Google Maps. This is a simple process that you can do for your clients or your own business that's going to instantly increase clicks and calls. So to keep this short and simple, I'm going to break this down into 3 steps. And then we'll wrap up this video with the most critical piece to this whole puzzle. Plus, I'll show you the results that we got for this client. So let's get into it. So step 1 is the actual redesign of the website, and specifically the homepage. So this is the old version of the website, and it's not bad at all, but it is missing something really essential, and that is what I call a local feel. This client is an ear, nose, and throat clinic that works out of a city called Tooele. So when someone in Tooele or a surrounding city needs an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and they land on this website, they need to feel like they're in the right place. Landing on a website that feels generic like this one, or even this one, is going to make them question whether or not they're in the right place. And we want them to feel like they found the perfect local clinic for what they need. So in order to make this website feel more local, we added a few things during the redesign. On the old website, we had these very generic stock photos of different items. And in the redesign, we've added more images of patients. Seeing these smiling faces definitely adds a level of trust, and then when we added on top of these different testimonials, it builds a lot of social proof. Now, aside from those testimonials, we also added other social proof indicators just to make sure people feel comfortable and like they can trust us. Knowing that other local people in their community have used this business is going to help them feel more at home. The other thing that we try to do when we're showing social proof is make it look familiar by using similar colors, fonts, and layouts. If you can make your social proof mirror the way that it looks on Google Maps, people are going to recognize it and feel like it's legitimate. The next thing we did is create a better looking call to action button. On the old website, this button didn't really stand out and it had some really generic text. So on the new one, we added an icon, some better color, and a local number to add yet another thing that will be familiar to the site visitor. When you compare these call to actions before and after, you can see the massive improvement. The next thing we did is put a greater emphasis on the location details. In local SEO, this is what we call the NAP, which stands for name, address, and phone number. We want to make sure that these elements match Google My Business and that they're really easy to find on the website. So we moved these up a little bit and put them front and center. Now, there are a lot of other improvements that we made throughout the site, but the last things that I want to point out are the more vibrant colors that we use throughout the site and the better use of the real estate above the fold. Because so few people scroll beyond what they can see when the site loads, we made sure to utilize this space to give them as much useful information as possible. And when we compare the old site to the new site, you can see that it just looks way more engaging. So going through this process and giving your website more of a local feel is one of the best ways that you can increase conversions. Sometimes the more you try to make your website feel buttoned up and really corporate, it actually just performs worse. All right, so moving on to step 2, let's talk about setting up location pages. If your business has multiple locations, it can be extremely beneficial to have an individual landing page for each location. This allows you to more thoroughly optimize each individual page for those location-specific keywords. So my location page for Tooele is going to be fully optimized to rank when people type in Tooele. And the same goes for my location page for West Valley City. So using the city name throughout the headers, the content, and even customer reviews really helps tell Google exactly what your page is about and that it deserves to rank when people type in those specific words. Now, I also like to add different things like embedded maps, which just serves to pass even more accurate signals to search engines. Now, the main purpose of these location pages is actually twofold. The first reason is to connect the corresponding Google Business Profile listing or your Google Maps listing with the corresponding locations page. So when somebody finds your location on Google Maps and then they click through to the website, they're going to find a location page about that location. Not only is this going to convert better because it's more specific, but it's also going to help that maps listing rank better because the location page is optimized. Now, the second reason for these location specific pages is to rank on the general search results. Now, if you want these pages to work effectively, you need to make sure that they're not exact identical copies of each other. These will immediately get flagged as duplicate content by search engines and they won't rank well. So you want to go through each individual location page and make sure you're changing the content, the layout, and the images. And in fact, in this example, we still have more optimization to do. And we're currently in the process of getting a photographer out there to take pictures of the individual offices and staff, just to make sure that these location pages are completely different. Now, before we go on to step 3 and I show you the results, I just briefly want to mention that I have a video here on YouTube that talks about how to sell websites to local clients. This video shows you how to find the clients, how much to charge for these websites, and how to get great results for those clients. So if you want to watch that video, I'll put a link up here in the corner and also down in the description of this video. All right, so step 3 is to optimize your Google business profile. This GBP is basically the listing that shows up on Google Maps. And optimizing it is a really simple process that anyone can do. You mainly just want to make sure that it has all of the proper details about your business. So you'll want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are all accurate and they match what's on your website. And you also want to make sure that you have the proper industry tags just to make sure that Google knows what type of business you are. If you skip any of these steps, Google will have no idea what your business does or where it should pop up in the search results. Another thing that really helps is having tons of great Google reviews. While these reviews don't directly correlate with your ranking on the local maps, they do play a huge part in how many people click on your listing. So in this example, our listing ranks number 2, but if we had over 100 5-star reviews, it wouldn't matter if we were ranked in the 2nd position because most people would purely based off of the fact that we have better reviews. The other thing that will really help your site rank better both on the maps and the general search results are getting more local citations and backlinks. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about these things, but they are extremely easy to outsource. And it's actually even something that my SEO team does, but I'll add a link down below of a really affordable place that you can go to outsource those, because backlinks and citations make a huge impact on your rankings. Now, this final part is really important, but I'm going to warn you, it's also really boring. The last step of all of this is just patience and consistency. Google's not going to see all of these changes you made overnight and immediately reward you. Google's search results and their entire algorithm would be a complete mess if things worked that quickly. Google wants to make sure that your business is both legit and really high quality. So you putting in consistent work to optimize both your Google business profile listing and your website is going to show Google that you're serious. So after you've gone through all of the steps of this video, you need to continue making improvements. Continue adding to your website. Continue to create new great content. Continue to get new backlinks and local citations. Continue to ask your customers and clients for Google reviews. These are all indicators to Google that your website and your maps listing deserve to rank number 1. So if you follow all the steps that I lay out in this video and you just stick to it, I can guarantee you'll see results. Now, to finish up this video, I want to show you the results that these changes got for this specific client. Now, keep in mind, we only made these updates about 2 to 3 months ago, but you can already see from the analytics on their maps listings, they've seen a pretty good increase in website clicks. And we definitely expect these improvements to just continue to compound over the coming months. So this just goes to show that a quick redesign and a slight adjustment in your strategy can start generating new traffic and new customers for your clients in a matter of weeks or months. So if you want to watch that video on how to sell websites to local clients, you can click this video right up here in the corner, and we'll catch you in the next video.